Hello, everybody. My name is Hernando Hernandez, and I will be talking to you about our oceans at risk. So, first off, pretty much we have the ocean and humanity. Pretty much, the ocean has been around for a, a long time, ever since, excuse me, since the beginning of mankind, and humans have used it as a resource for food, such as fishing, excuse me, such as fishing, and if you want to get scientific with it, the oxygen being provided by the ocean. And the ocean has inspired even religion around the world, such as Poseidon being god of the sea, and Poseidon is in Greek mythology, and you'll find this within Greek mythologists. And it was even used as a platform in history to expand and populate. Humans have used it as, I guess, a resource to transport themselves from Spain to the Americas, from England to the Americas, and if you want to look into it historically, the slave trade is a really good example because humans have used the ocean to travel from north to south, all the way down to Africa, Africa to here, and coast to coast. Next up, pollution in the ocean. So pretty much in the Pacific Ocean, there is actually a garbage patch. This is called the Great Pacific Garbage Patch. It is literally a garbage patch in the Pacific Ocean that is just sitting there, and it is made up of but nothing but of microplastics. These microplastics you cannot even see with the human eye. That's how micro that hence the name micro, and they are a serious problem in the ocean right now. In all the oceans, not just Pacific, but the Pacific has actually just gathered all of them together in this one spot, and it's very deadly to any living thing that may swim or live in it. Now, according to the National Geographic, 94% of plastic, 94 of plastics found in the ocean are microplastics. So, the majority of the pollution in the ocean is plastic. If excuse me, anywhere you go, you'll see plastic. You'll see plastic here, plastic there. From coast to coast. And in California Beach, we have plastic. In the other coasts, we also have plastic as well. And they're not just big plastics such as bottles. They're also microplastics that has sat there for so long that they just dissolve into the ocean's waters. Looking at the facts, according to scientists and Tiffany May in the New York Times, 4.4 million to 8.8 million tons of plastic enter the sea every year. So, according to the Ocean's Reader, we need to really look at the big picture here. This is something that we can't really allow to happen any longer because soon there will be more ocean in the fish. Scientists say that there will be more plastic in the ocean than fish by 2050. That's not too far along. Next fact, we have currently there are 8.3 million pieces of microplastic per cubic meter in our oceans. That's pretty bad. Plastic is known to be the most form of trash found in the ocean, and I don't think this is a joke. I think this is something that's really serious and something that can affect us in our future lives. Next, we have overfishing. Excuse me. Although the world has already had a meeting about this subject, countries continue to overfish. Now, nations, excuse me, countries such as the United Nations, they've had meetings about this, and they go back to their lives and they just leave this to be. Then they're not really as strict as they should be, or you have other low income countries that just don't care and they just continue to fish for their benefit because they take the fish back to the markets, and they think about themselves, and it only benefits them and their own business. Excuse me. If we overfish, then that makes it difficult for repopulation in our oceans. We need our fish to repopulate in order for there to even be any at all. That's how humans have done it, and that's how fish have done it. But now that we're overfishing, they're continuing to not be able to repopulate, and soon most will be extinct. The Mediterranean Sea is known to be the most overfished and is said to have 62% of its stocked fish overfished. excuse me, the most species to be, I guess, threatened are are all sharks and bluefin tuna. If Maine continues to overfish and caught on cod, there will be no more left in the Gulf by 2022. We too are at risk. If we allow this to keep happening, we won't have a food source to go by, and soon enough, neither will we have oxygen, because a lot of our oxygen comes from the ocean and coral reefs as well. What we are doing already, MSC is an organization that stands for doing what is right for the ocean and is continuing to help them every day, help the ocean to get back to its closest to its 100%. These are my references, and thank you for listening to my presentation.